This weather update from the Platte Valley Bank Storm Center is brought to you by Bumper to Bumper Collision Center, Viero Wireless, Nebraska Public Power District, Kendall Henderson American Family Insurance, and by Fisher Roofing and Restoration.
Good evening, Bill Boyer in here with you tonight from the Rural Radio Storm Center. We are tracking thunderstorms that are beginning to develop here across the region in what could only be described as a short-lived but conditional severe weather threat that's going to be going on here for the next couple of hours before things move on off to the north and east and eventually away from our area. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch that has been posted. These areas in yellow covered here by a severe thunderstorm watch until 2 a.m., and you can see storms right now forming right along this line that starts and continues right in this vicinity. Again, that area is going to continue to see these storms form and move off to the north and east. We'll go back and show you that here in just a moment in terms of the direction of movement, but certainly anywhere along this line and points to the east is where we expect that severe weather threat to be here for the next couple of hours. We'll back up, put this in motion for you, and again, you can see all this activity moving off to the north and east. We do have a couple of cells that we want to focus in on here within this line. We'll show you a couple of them here, starting off with the cell in northwestern portions of Sioux County, just outside that severe thunderstorm warned area in South Dakota. This area, Doppler radar tracking a strong thunderstorm about 11 miles to the west of Montrose, or 26 miles east of Lusk. These are moving to the northeast at about 55 miles an hour. Now, they are capable of producing 50 to 55 mile an hour wind gusts with this storm. Going to be in the Montrose area by about 9:35 when we expect this particular storm to be in the Montrose area. Outside of that, we do have some other cells. Here we will look at off to the south. We'll show you those particular cells. That is in central Sioux and east central Goshen counties. That is where we're looking at another round of storms. That's these cells here off to the south. That particular storm there, about 14 miles south of Prairie Center, 17 miles north of Torrington. That would be this cell here in the middle, the strongest portion of that cell. Moving to the northeast at about 40 miles an hour with penny-size hail and 50 to 55 mile an hour winds. That particular storm going to be in the Harrison area by around 10 o'clock or so, or shortly after. Again, these storms are really rapidly moving to the north and east, again at about 55 miles an hour. So if you track these storms out to the north and east at about 50, 55 miles an hour, again, that's going to put them in the Harrison area here, again, just about 10:05 and into Montrose or so later on. But again, both of these storms moving to the north and east here at a pretty good clip, again, about 50, 55 miles an hour, as these storms move off to the north and east. Again, going to be capable of some penny-size hail and 50 to 55 mile an hour winds. That is the two storms that we have out there right now here in the region. And you can see additional storms have developed further to the south. We will zoom in here and show you some of these closer to the area here. Again, you could see some cells just to the south of Torrington off to the west of Morrill. That particular area, again, anywhere along this line is where we're going to be concerned for additional development in this area here over the course of the next few minutes. And we have enough instability out there that if storms do form, they are going to have the potential to rapidly turn severe and be capable of large hail and damaging winds. Again, anywhere in that severe thunderstorm watch area that's shaded in yellow has the potential to see severe storms for tonight. We'll put this radar back in motion for you, and we will resume with coverage here as soon as we get additional details. Right now, though, the only warning that we have is off up into South Dakota, where a severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for those cells. They're moving northeast at 60 miles an hour. They're going to impact the Hot Springs area by about 9:40, so in about 5 minutes or so. Certainly the strongest storm that we have on radar is that cell in northwestern Sioux County. This particular cell right in there is the strongest storm that we have. And again, that one's capable of some hail and gusty winds with it as well. But we do not have any warnings out on any areas here of the Nebraska Panhandle or southeastern Wyoming. There was a warning a few minutes ago that was allowed to expire or canceled early, actually, for those storms that are now in South Dakota when they were in Niobrara County. Again, stay tuned. We will certainly keep you up to date here on the very latest, but we will continue to track severe weather tonight as it becomes available, and we are watching all these storms. Let's take a look at Torrington here, and via our Viera wireless webcam. As you can see, everything is off to the north of Torrington. We'll turn this camera here and aim it off to the north and be able to see a little better here with some of that activity off to the north. There we go. You can turn that and see the cells there off to the north and east of Torrington. As we turn this just slightly a little further to the east there, that's looking back into Torrington from our Viera wireless tower there south of Torrington, and certainly some activity there associated with those storms in that area. But again, the biggest threat that we have right now is coming from these storms here in Goshen County, primarily now into Sioux County, and they are moving to the northeast at about 45 miles an hour, and they are certainly capable of producing some winds and hail with them as they move to the north and east. So that's all that we have out right now, that severe thunderstorm watch until 2 a.m., but we're watching for rapid developing thunderstorm potential here with these storms in portions of Sioux County into portions of southwestern areas of South Dakota as well, where that severe thunderstorm watch is out until 2 a.m. 2 a.m., the expiration time of that severe thunderstorm watch tonight. Again, that's what we have right now in terms of the latest, and we will continue to keep you up to date here as we get additional information into us from the National Weather Service. But as of right now, no thunderstorm warnings are out. However, we are going to watch developing storms here be capable of producing rapidly turning severe and capable of producing primarily a damaging wind and large hail threat. Can't even rule out an isolated tornado as well. And our Angela Philbrick State Farm Insurance weather chaser Dan Fitz is out on the scene and will keep us up to date here on the very latest. Once again, severe thunderstorm warning or severe thunderstorm watch until 2 a.m. There are currently no severe thunderstorm warnings in effect for the area. We will be back with audio coverage continuing here in just a moment. As of right now, again, there are no warnings in effect, just severe thunderstorm watches that are out. But again, no severe thunderstorm warnings in effect right now for the area, and we will certainly keep you up to date and come right back as we have additional details to report. Again, stay tuned here to KNEB TV, YouTube, Allo Channel 15, Mobius Channel 1500, and via our Facebook page as well, and we will keep you up to date on the very latest.
A severe thunderstorm watch is in effect for portions of the KNEB listening area. Stay tuned as details concerning the watch will be broadcast shortly. Know the difference between a watch and a warning. A severe thunderstorm watch means be prepared. Severe thunderstorms are possible in and near the watch area. Stay informed and be ready to act if a severe thunderstorm warning is issued. Watches are issued by the Storm Prediction Center for counties where severe thunderstorms may occur. The watch area is typically large, covering numerous counties or even states. A severe thunderstorm warning means take action. Severe weather has been reported by spotters or indicated by radar. Warnings indicate imminent danger to life and property. Take shelter in a substantial building. Get out of mobile homes that can blow over in high winds. Warnings typically encompass a much smaller area that may be impacted by an ongoing severe thunderstorm.
This is a severe weather update from the Platte Valley Bank Storm Center. Brought to you by Fisher Roofing and Restoration, Nebraska Public Power District, Kendall Henderson American Family Insurance, Fiero Wireless, and by Bumper to Bumper Collision Center.
Bill Boyer with you here tonight in the Rural Radio Storm Center. We do have a brand new severe thunderstorm warning just issued out until 10:30 now for portions of northwestern Dawes and northeastern Sioux counties. Severe thunderstorm near Montrose moving to the east at about 35 miles an hour. 60-mile-an-hour winds and $half size hail possible with this storm. It is in the Montrose area here now, and again, we'll be moving off to the east at about that 35 or so miles an hour. We'll track this out for you and show you as we move that off to the east-northeast at about 35 miles an hour. That eventually is going to put it near Chadron, but as of right now, that Montrose area should see the storm here in the next 5 minutes or so, and again, capable of producing 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts with it. Again, 60-mile-an-hour winds, and as well as hail to the size of quarters. Again, quarter-size hail or $half-size hail likely with this storm as well. Once again, this severe thunderstorm warning is out until 10:30 tonight. 10:30, the expiration time of this severe thunderstorm warning, and it is out for portions of Dawes and Sioux counties. Again, this part of a larger area that includes a severe thunderstorm watch as well, and again, rapid developing thunderstorms. We're going to rejoin 94.1 The Brand here and catch back up with them here in just a moment as well. Once again, this severe thunderstorm warning is out now until 10:30. 10:30, the expiration time of this severe thunderstorm warning. Now, we do have a severe thunderstorm watch that has been issued for a large portion of the Panhandle. In fact, almost all of the Panhandle, with the exception of those I-80 counties, into central and north central Nebraska. Severe thunderstorm watch out until 2 a.m. 2 a.m., the expiration time of this severe thunderstorm watch. We do have storms developing not only in this area that is under the severe thunderstorm warning, but further to the south as well along this broken line as it continues to the south. We have development noted clear back to the areas near Lyman, and as far north there is really clear up into the Hot Springs area. But again, this activity all moving to the east northeast at about 35 miles an hour. We don't expect a ton of storms, but these storms that do develop, and they're going to race off to the north and east at about 35, sometimes 50, 55 miles an hour they're going to move at. And once that line pushes through, they're going to be capable of some damaging winds and large hail. Can't rule out an isolated tornado as well, but certainly damaging winds and large hail would be the primary threat with these storms. Again, we're continuing to watch this area of storms develop and move to the north and east. Certainly the strongest storm is this storm right in the Montrose area in portions of Sioux and Dawes counties. That is where that severe thunderstorm warning sits until 10:30. Again, 10:30, the expiration time of that severe thunderstorm warning for Dawes and Sioux counties. Once again, that includes the Montrose area. Outside of that, not much else rural areas. Again, this is going to be west of Highway 2 right now and primarily north of Highway 20. So it's far northwestern portions of Dawes and northeastern portions of Sioux County that is encompassed by this severe thunderstorm warning. There's severe thunderstorm warnings off to the north as well in portions of South Dakota. But again, the primary threat that we're looking at here in the area is definitely that severe thunderstorm warning in Sioux County and portions of Dawes County. Again, Sioux and Dawes County is where we have those severe thunderstorm warnings out tonight until 10:30. 10:30, the expiration time of those severe thunderstorm warnings. Again, we will be back and bring you the latest here as soon as we get additional information on 94.1 The Brand. Coverage continues on our digital channels, KNEB.TV, Allo Channel 15, Mobius Channel 1500, and on our social media channel on the Rural Radio Storm Center page as well on Facebook. Again, we'll continue coverage there and bring you coverage here again on 94.1 The Brand as conditions warrant, or get closer to the immediate listening area. Again, you can tune in, though, to KNEB.TV on YouTube. You can check that out at KNEB.TV. You can also go to Allo Channel 15, Mobius Channel 1500, or on the Rural Radio Facebook Storm Center page on Facebook, and continue with live coverage here as well as we continue severe weather coverage tonight here from the Rural Radio Storm Center.
Stay tuned to this station for the latest weather updates, or follow us on Facebook or Twitter.
Once again, we continue with live coverage here on KNEB.TV, Allo Channel 15, Mobius Channel 1500. Bill Boyer in tonight here in the Rural Radio Storm Center as we continue to track thunderstorms. Want to point out we do have that severe thunderstorm warning out for portions of Sioux County. That is the strongest section of that storm up in portions of Sioux County, where we do have that severe thunderstorm warning. Outside of that, though, we do also have storms that are developing further to the south. I'm going to take this out of motion here for just a moment and zoom in here and show you what we're looking at. This whole yellow shaded area is where that severe thunderstorm watch is at. But notice we've seen new development here further to the south along this line. Again, it's a loose line, but that area, and we've seen development continuing on further to the south. Nothing severe yet, but we certainly are entering an area. This entire area out here is all untapped and available for development. So if we get additional storms to develop and fire out in front of that area that has not been worked over yet, that area is an area that we would certainly be concerned about for possible development. Of course, anywhere in that severe thunderstorm watch area would have the potential to be active here over the next couple of hours. But certainly, I think in the very short term, we're looking at this area in South Dakota that's already starting to see development back southward, maybe into the Scotts Bluff area and portions of the central and northern panhandle is where we would see most likely the strongest development. Now, of note, we've got a couple of cells here off to the south in northeastern Colorado, and a couple noted here across portions of Cheyenne County as well that have developed here in just the last 5 to 10 minutes or so. We'll keep an eye on that as those are away from this area, and certainly we'll have to keep an eye on it as everything is going to move to the north and east, again at around 45 miles an hour. We'll put this radar back in motion for you so you can check out these storms as they continue to develop and progress. Again, just the one severe thunderstorm warning. It is out for portions of northwestern Dawes and northeastern Sioux counties until 10:30 tonight. 10:30, the expiration time of that severe thunderstorm warning.
A severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for a portion of the KNEB listening area. Stay tuned as details concerning the warning will be broadcast shortly. In the meantime, here are some tips that can keep you and your family safe. A thunderstorm is considered severe if it produces hail at least 1 inch in diameter or has wind gusts of at least 58 miles per hour. Every thunderstorm produces lightning, which kills more people some years than tornadoes or hurricanes. Heavy rain from thunderstorms can cause flash flooding. High winds can damage homes and blow down trees and utility poles, causing widespread power outages. Every year, people are killed or seriously injured by severe thunderstorms despite advance warning. While some did not hear the warning, others heard the warning and did not pay attention to it. A severe thunderstorm warning is in effect for a portion of the KNEB listening area. Stay tuned as details concerning the warning will be broadcast shortly. In the meantime, here are some tips that can keep you and your family safe. Listen to the radio or NOAA weather radio for emergency updates. Watch for signs of a storm like darkening skies, lightning flashes, or increasing wind. Take shelter in a substantial building or in a vehicle with the windows closed. Get out of mobile homes that can blow over in high winds. If you can hear thunder, you're close enough to be in danger from lightning. If thunder roars, go indoors. The National Weather Service recommends staying inside for at least 30 minutes after the last thunderclap. Avoid electrical equipment and telephones. Use battery-powered TVs and radios instead. Shutter windows and close outside doors securely. Keep away from windows. Do not take a bath, shower, or use plumbing. If you're driving, try to safely exit the roadway and park. Stay in the vehicle and turn on the emergency flashers until the heavy rain ends. Avoid touching metal or other surfaces that conduct electricity in and outside the vehicle. If you're outside and cannot reach a safe building, avoid high ground, water, tall isolated trees, and metal objects such as fences or bleachers. Picnic shelters, dugouts, and sheds are not safe.
This is a severe weather update from the Platte Valley Bank Storm Center. Brought to you by Fisher Roofing and Restoration, Nebraska Public Power District, Kendall Henderson American Family Insurance, Viero Wireless, and by Bumper to Bumper Collision Center.
Once again, Bill Boyer back here with you in the Rural Radio Storm Center. We do have several warnings being issued just to the north of the Nebraska Panhandle into portions of South Dakota. Multiple severe thunderstorm warnings out. You can see those for southwestern Ogallala and eastern Fall River County. That new severe thunderstorm warning there with the northern edge of this storm coming out of Montrose, capable of 70-mile-an-hour winds and quarter-size hail. Also additional severe storms up near Hot Springs, moving to the northeast at about 60 miles an hour. Again, they're all capable of producing damaging winds with them 70-mile-an-hour winds possible, as well as some hail, maybe to the size of $50. That is especially the case here with this storm near the Montrose area. We'll zoom in and show this to you here on radar, but this is certainly the most intense portion of the storm. And if there is a hail core in it, well, there is a hail core in it without doubt, but the most significant part of the hail is going to be right in this area. That is where we would be looking at the most intense portion of the hail, just to the west of Montrose, heading towards Ardmore in South Dakota. Again, that is where the most intense portion of the storm would be, and continues to be located here with this particular storm. We'll zoom out a bit here and continue to check out what's going on to the south as we're starting to see these storms develop more and move further to the north and east. We're certainly watching for development on the southern flank of this storm system, but as of right now, there's been no warnings issued outside of this warning up in portions of Sioux County as well as portions of Dawes County. Sioux and Dawes County with that severe thunderstorm warning. We'll see if they have an update here from the National Weather Service, and we do not. Just have the initial warning that was issued with $50 size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds possible with this storm. Again, it is in the Montrose area. This whole line of storms, though, if we zoom in here for you and check these out, it's really in a pretty good line. The southern edge of these line of storms, you can see them right along this path right now. And again, moving to the east at about northeast, maybe at about 35 to 40 miles an hour. That is going to eventually put it near Chadron by about 10:50. Ulrichs and Whitney also possibly in the path of these storms as they move off to the east again at about 35 to 40 miles an hour. And we'll have to keep an eye on that. As of right now, the city of Chadron not in this warning. However, storms are moving to the east at a fairly fast rate of speed. And if you go back, this first clip of the radar goes back about an hour. And over the last 60 minutes, we went from virtually nothing to a large area here with this storm. And we do have an update now. You can see that warning box has been trimmed just a little bit here. Let's zoom right in on it and tell you what we have. Severe thunderstorm over Montrose, or 26 miles south of Edgemont, moving east at 30 miles an hour. Severe thunderstorm will remain over rural areas of northwestern Dawes and northeastern Sioux counties. Storm is still capable of 60-mile-an-hour winds and half-dollar size hail. Again, 60-mile-an-hour winds and half-dollar size hail. You'll notice just over the last couple of frames here, as the storm continues to develop and intensify, you're starting to see more southward development with it, and that is certainly noteworthy, and we'll keep an eye on that as well. And we're seeing additional strong storm development off to the south of this in portions of Sioux County and even as far down as the Scottsbluff County line, seeing some of that stronger development there as well, noted on radar here in the last little bit. So again, we'll watch all that area very closely. But again, still just the one severe thunderstorm warning. It is until 10:30 for northwestern Dawes and northeastern Sioux counties. Severe storm there over Montrose, about 26 miles south of Edgemont. And again, they are moving to the east at about 30 to 35 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour at times as well. Certainly these are evident, and we can see them off to the west of Chadron with our Viera wireless webcam there. We'll try to bring up our Chadron view here for you. We'll pull that up if we can. And let's see, that's Alliance. There's Chadron for you. Looking right into the leg of the Viera wireless tower there, but this is looking due west. We'll turn that a little bit over to help you. But certainly a lot of lightning associated with that storm. And as you can see, it's very intense amount of lightning there from our Viera wireless webcam looking back off to the west of Chadron, again, with that particular storm. So lots of activity out there, and we do continue to have a severe thunderstorm warning for areas of northwestern Dawes and northeastern Sioux counties until, until 10:30 tonight. Just getting a report here from the Douglas area of some strong winds. These are most likely not associated with thunderstorms. I don't believe we have any thunderstorms back in the Douglas area, and we certainly don't. But getting a report now of a 66-mile-an-hour wind gust out of the west-northwest. So winds have turned more to the west-northwest back in the Douglas area. And again, no thunderstorms associated with that. That is simply some strong winds. It's going to be coming along that cold front. So even if you're not in the path of these storms, we're still going to get some wind tonight, and we still do have high wind warnings out for the area. Again, those high wind warnings continue tonight until really through the overnight hours for the northern portions of the Nebraska Panhandle and southeastern portions of Wyoming. Certainly the strongest area of this storm and what is most likely producing the hail core is starting to slide into South Dakota, but there's plenty of activity stretching all the way down through Sioux County. Again, right now the only severe portion is the northern areas. Again, that far northern areas of the Warren Box is in northern Sioux County, northeastern Sioux to be exact, and northwestern portions of Dawes counties. Again, that's the only warnings that we have out right now is for those particular areas. We'll go back and show you this Chadron webcam again here, and again, just from our Viera wireless webcam vantage point, look at all the lightning associated with this. It is flashing quick and fast on your screen there. A lot of lightning with this cell off to the north and west of Chadron as we watch it begin to start to funnel into the area. So certainly a lot to pay attention to there, and we will keep an eye on it for you here as we go through the evening hours. Again, the severe thunderstorm watch that's out, that area that was shaded in yellow there that you just saw, that area, severe thunderstorm watch is in effect until 2 a.m. 2 a.m. the expiration time of that severe thunderstorm watch tonight. So lots to pay attention to. It looks like it's going to be an active couple of hours, and then this honestly should move off and away from our area. But until we get to that point, we certainly have a little bit of time to go here before we're going to see this completely fizzle out here in the region. But until then, we've got quite a bit of activity expected with this storm. We'll step aside and take a break here and be back with the very latest coming up in just a moment as we continue with severe weather coverage tonight here on KNEB.TV.
This weather update from the Platte Valley Bank Storm Center is brought to you by Bumper to Bumper Collision Center, Viero Wireless, Nebraska Public Power District, Kendall Henderson American Family Insurance, and by Fisher Roofing and Restoration.
Bill Boyer back here tonight with you in the Platte Valley Bank Storm Center. We are watching strong thunderstorms here across the area. We do have a significant weather advisory that has been issued now for portions of the region. Mainly, we're looking at portions of Box Butte, Dawes, and Sioux counties, northwestern Box Butte, southwestern Dawes, and southeastern Sioux counties. Doppler radar tracking strong thunderstorms from near Fort Robinson Campground to 8 miles north of Morrill, moving northeast at 30 miles an hour. That is this particular line of storms right in here that we're watching. Again, that line of storms right in there are the storms that we are watching right now. Again, these storms are capable of producing some nickel-size hail there inside that circled area. Again, nickel-size hail and 50 to 55 mile-an-hour winds possible with those storms. Again, if you're tracking along with that, we'll zoom in here real quick and show you. We're watching this area from basically, again, about near Fort Robinson down to about 8 miles north of Morrill. So that's this particular line of storms that we're watching right in there. And again, this entire line of storms, as we track that, again, right in this vicinity, they are moving now to the northeast at about 30 miles an hour. And again, that is going to include the Crawford area. Storm should be in Crawford here in the next 15 minutes or so. And then eventually very near Chadron by 11 o'clock. Again, as these storms lift to the north and east. Again, we'll keep an eye on that as the storms move that direction. But we do have the one severe thunderstorm warning still in effect there in the northern portions of the region. Let's see what we've got going on. We're getting reports of some additional information coming in here from the Storm Prediction Center. Attempt to read through this here as we go forward. Very technical in some of their discussions, and don't want to overwhelm anyone with a lot of information, but they're saying that they're going to continue convection is going to continue to develop here as it has rapidly into northwest Nebraska. Southward development may occur as well, so they will keep an eye on that. It's going to continue a nocturnal inversion, which is going to continue to produce widespread severe wind with this time. So they're thinking for the next couple hours or more could be seeing still a threat of some hail before a damaging wind threat begins to take over. But until that time, again, that's when we're continuing to watch this development of thunderstorms here across the region. So definitely we'll keep an eye on that for us as we go forward, but that is what we're looking at. Again, we're right on the edges of this. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch that's out until 2 a.m. Again, 2 a.m. the expiration time of this severe thunderstorm watch, and that goes for a large area there, right up into portions of South Dakota and portions of central Nebraska as well. So keep an eye on that and watch that as that continues to develop here across the area. But we do have, again, that severe thunderstorm warning. Looks like that is dropped off here, and it has indeed. The severe thunderstorm warning that was in effect for portions of northwestern Dawes and northeastern Sioux counties has been canceled as the storm has moved out of the area. Again, that has moved out of the area into portions of now up into South Dakota. But again, that severe thunderstorm warning has been dropped for the Nebraska portion of the warning as it moves into portions of, continues to move into portions of South Dakota. Did get a report here. A 59 mile an hour wind gust reported with this storm at Montrose. Again, that 55 or 59 mile an hour wind gust reported at Montrose about 30 minutes ago. So that's what we have in terms of the very latest. Again, we do have that severe thunderstorm warning that continues here for the region, severe thunderstorm watch, rather, that continues for the region until 2 a.m. But once again, no severe thunderstorm warnings out now for the Nebraska portion of the area, as all the activity has moved into portions of South Dakota. Again, it's most likely going to be a quick-moving line of storms, and if no additional southward development continues on these, they will stay north of the majority of the area and then move off to the east. But that severe thunderstorm watch does go for another 4 hours until 2 a.m. this morning. Again, we're going to step aside here for a little bit, and we will bring you the absolute latest as soon as we get it from the National Weather Service. But as of right now, there are no severe thunderstorm warnings here in the immediate area. That severe thunderstorm watch continues until 2 a.m., the expiration time of that severe thunderstorm watch.
Stay tuned to this station for the latest weather updates, or follow us on Facebook or Twitter.
National Weather Service in Cheyenne has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for Dawes County in the Panhandle of Nebraska, East Central Sioux County in the Panhandle of Nebraska, until 11:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. At 10:23 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located near Crawford, or 26 miles southwest of Chadron, moving northeast at 60 miles an hour. Expected hazards include 60 miles an hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. This is a radar-indicated threat. The following impacts are expected. Hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to roofs, siding, and trees. This severe thunderstorm will be near Whitney Lake around 10:35 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Chadron Airport around 10:45 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Chadron around 10:50 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time. Other locations impacted by the severe thunderstorm include Fort Robinson, Whitney, and Chadron State Park. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 11:30 p.m. Mountain Daylight Time for the following counties in Nebraska: Dawes and Sioux.
This is a severe weather update from the Platte Valley Bank Storm Center. Brought to you by Fisher Roofing and Restoration, Nebraska Public Power District, Kendall Henderson American Family Insurance, Viero Wireless, and by Bumper to Bumper Collision Center.
Bill Boyer back here with you in the Rural Radio Storm Center. We do have severe weather to continue to bring you tonight here, as we do have a severe thunderstorm warning you just heard via the emergency alert system issued for portions of Dawes and East Central Sioux counties. Severe thunderstorm near Crawford, moving to the northeast at about 60 miles an hour. So this storm is rapidly moving to the northeast again. The National Weather Service telling us it is moving quite quickly to the northeast again at about 60 miles an hour. These storms are racing to the north and east, and once they have moved through, they are moving through rather quickly. Again, if we put this line of storms and track those out to the northeast at about, again, 60 miles an hour, they're going to be moving quite quickly and over into portions of South Dakota, as well as eventually being in the Chadron area by about 10:45, 10:50 or so in the Chadron area, Whitney by about 10:30, and then up into Pine Ridge and into portions of South Dakota, exiting the area. But again, those thunderstorm warnings, the severe thunderstorm moving at 60 miles an hour, so a fast-moving storm tonight as it moves off to the northeast again at about 60 miles an hour. Again, this is in Dawes County and very small portion of East Central Sioux County. The severe thunderstorm warning goes until 11:30 tonight. 11:30. It's 10:30 now, so this is an hour-long severe thunderstorm warning. Fort Robinson, Chadron State Park also included in this severe thunderstorm warning. You'll notice if you look at radar, all the activity back behind it in this area that we were watching earlier has diminished rapidly, and we don't see a lot of development back behind it. We'll be keeping an eye out for that to see if that is going to change, but as of right now anyway, that area is pretty quiet. We do still have a severe thunderstorm watch out until 2 a.m. Tonight, until tomorrow morning rather, for the most of the Nebraska Panhandle. Angela Philbrick, State Farm Insurance weather chaser Dan Fitz is out on this storm in Dawes County as he's watching it for us, and we will check in with him if he has anything to offer us on this storm, but he's certainly out keeping an eye on it, and you can see it via our Viero wireless webcam as it prepares to enter the Chadron area. We certainly see a lot of lightning associated with this storm, and we will continue to watch that storm again as it moves into the Chadron area, but certainly quite a bit of lightning associated with it, which is not really a surprise as we continue to see this storm moving into the Chadron vicinity. Again, it is capable of producing some pretty decent amount of wind and some hail with it as well, so we will have to keep a close eye on it as we watch the storm move into the Chadron area. But again, it will be closing in on the Chadron area, and we are certainly seeing quite a bit of lightning associated with that storm right now as it moves closer to the Chadron area. Again, we'll watch this storm to continue to develop as we see additional storms in that vicinity. Outside of that, though, it appears that most of the activity beyond that is fairly isolated in nature and starting to move out of the central into the central Nebraska panhandle here tonight. So, again, that is all that we have, just the one severe thunderstorm warning newly issued for portions of Sioux and Dawes counties, specifically east central Sioux and most of Dawes County. This severe storm going to be in the Chadron area by about 10:50 tonight, again, as it moves to the northeast at about 60 miles an hour. Stay tuned. We will keep you up to date on the very latest. Coverage continues on our digital platforms, kneb.tv, and also on our Facebook page. You can continue to watch live coverage there as well. And we will resume regular programming here on 94.1 The Brand. But again, we will break back in as soon as we have additional coverage to report. Again, stay tuned tonight, and we'll keep you up to date here from the Platte Valley Bank Storm Center.
Stay tuned to this station for the latest weather updates or follow us on Facebook or Twitter.